Okay, so today we're going to be showing you how to use GIDDY from the agent's perspective. And there's really two different ways to use GIDDY. One is a buyer-driven transaction where the buyer's driving most of the transaction, and then there's an agent-driven management where the client doesn't really have any interaction with the GIDDY platform. So I'm going to enter practice mode here, which is just a demo environment that gets wiped every evening. And I am now logged in as the agent. I'm going to head over to my agent dashboard here at the bottom. It's where I can see the current clients I'm working with. I can see the contracts that we have. And I can also manage tours, set up live support, and manage my profile. So from here, I'm going to add a new client, and I can give them a nickname like Mustache Man. And the information in here is only as good as the agent inputting it. And we're going to have them through the buyer process. This is mostly for the buyer. So we select the agent, and now we put in the client's name. We upload his pre-approval letter, and then we prepare the buyer-broker agreement. And here we can go in and edit any of these fields we want to. This particular buyer, we're charging him 4.5%. So we want to make sure that any of the offers we write, we also ask for 4.5% in the offer. Then we say whether or not we verified their ID. If we click have DocuSign verify it, DocuSign will actually go in and do an ID verification. Sending this buyer broker. We'll head over to our email as the buyer. So we're the buyer right now. Sometimes this gets a little confusing when you're doing the whole transaction process by yourself. And then the buyer, here we go. This is to Ted Lasso. Email to Ted Lasso. He's going to review the contract and sign it in DocuSign. So we'll speed through this quickly. This is already dated and signed. And that's the buyer's experience. And you saw how easy that was for the agent to prepare. Okay, now we come back into the agent side and our contracts. We can now see, we can view this in list format. We can see their progress through the process. Now, if they want to cancel their buyer broker, we can come in here and do that for them. It automatically prepare the cancellation. And we're ready to make an offer on behalf of our client. So to do that, we need to select the client that we're currently working with in our agent dashboard, and we'll emulate them. You can also schedule showings for them by adding showings to the cart. And now we can move forward with this. There's no coins involved as an agent, but this will go in and it will automatically route to all the properties. We can reverse that order if we didn't like the order it was in. From here, once we're emulating the client, we can go into my profile and we can fill out the information for their financing and the terms of their offer. So we'll put in 20% here as a down payment, conventional, set the earnest money based on their price range. We'll say $8,000. They do want to take advantage of getting money back from the seller. They want a home warranty. They need to sell a property. This will automatically search closest to us first We'll say, yes, it is currently listed for sale, and it is under contract, and the agent is me, of course, with GIDDY DIGS. And they're also doing a 1031 exchange. And the buyer's side, we need to disclose interest that the buyer is related to the agent, and Ted Lasso is Joe. And once we've got that filled out, there's no save button. And now to make an offer on a property, we simply click on that property. You'll notice as well that we list from both Washington County Board of Realtors and Utah Real Estate because sometimes the content is different. We're going to do instant offer. We're going to offer a little bit less on this property. It shows us as 10% less. We can see all their contact information and all of the addendums that they need. We'll review this contract as the agent. And in here we have the ability to edit any of these fields as the agent. Is important here. Addenda are, and there's 1 through 4. And you'll see we have subject to sale of buyer's property, closing cost addendum, 1031 REPC addendum, and disclosure of interest. And then in here we have the home warranty. We will make sure that we ask the seller to pay the full commission. All of our dates are always perfect. They always fall on a weekday, never on a weekend or holiday. Here's our addendums, always, once again, filled out perfectly. Closing cost addendum, 1031 exchange addendum, disclosure of interest. And then we'll just click send to client to sign. Now, of course, this language here was just quickly typed in. The offer is only as good as the agent that's preparing it, or the system that's helping prepare it as well. And now, just like before, an email will be sent off to the buyer, Ted Lasso. So sent you a document to review and sign. We'll see new offer right here. And it has all the details. Attached is an offer and proof of funds for the property at. We were unable to pull the seller's disclosures, and we asked them to send those over just so that they can automatically be added to the loop. So here we will reply and say received. Add the seller property condition disclosures as the agent representing the seller. Once again, we're wearing many hats here, so it can get a little bit confusing. You can see we got a notification here. Agent replied, and we're now negotiating. We're waiting to hear back from the seller. Once they come back with their response, we'll click accepted, countered, or rejected, and we'll update this purchase agreement, and then we'll continue that process going back and forth. If we need to add any additional addendums, we can come down here and add an addendum to the process. It'll automatically append it to the purchase agreement and send it off to the buyer to sign. We're now bringing on agents to the GIDDY DIGS platform and the brokerage. If you're interested, please give us a call.